May 5, 1945. Okinawa. The bloodiest battle of the Pacific War. A 400-foot cliff face called Haxo Ridge. At the top, thousands of Japanese soldiers dug into caves and tunnels. Machine guns, mortars, artillery, waiting to kill anyone who climbs up. American soldiers reach the top using cargo nets. Immediately, hell erupts. Japanese fire rips through them. Men fall screaming. Within minutes, 75 casualties. The officers order retreat. Everyone scrambles back down the cliff. Running, panicking, trying to survive. Everyone except one man. Private First Class Desmond Doss. He stays, alone, at the top of Haxo Ridge, surrounded by wounded Americans, under constant enemy fire. And he doesn't have a weapon, by choice. He's a combat medic, Seventh-day Adventist, conscientious objector, refuses to carry a gun, won't kill, not even to save his own life. His unit thinks he's insane, thinks he's a coward. Some threatened to kill him themselves during training, called him weakling, coward, traitor. They hate him. And now, while they're retreating down the cliff, he's staying behind, to save them. The same men who beat him, mocked him, tried to get him kicked out. For the next 12 hours, Desmond Doss will drag wounded soldiers to the cliff edge, one by one, lower them down using a rope, under machine gun fire, under mortar shells, under grenades. 75 men. 75 times he'll pray, "Lord, help me get one more." And every time he lowers a soldier to safety, he goes back for another. This is the story of the soldier who became a legend by refusing to be a soldier. The medic who saved lives while everyone else was taking them. The conscientious objector who earned the Medal of Honor. And the man who proved that courage isn't about killing. It's about saving lives when everyone else is running away. Let's talk about Desmond Doss, the man who went to war without a weapon, and became the bravest soldier anyone had ever seen. February 7, 1919. Lynchburg, Virginia. Desmond Thomas Doss is born into a family of Seventh-day Adventists. Strict religious upbringing. The kind where you don't work on Saturday, don't eat meat, don't drink, don't swear, and absolutely don't kill. Ever. The sixth commandment, thou shalt not kill. For young Desmond, it's not a suggestion. It's a rule you don't break. When he's 7 years old, something happens that burns this into his soul. He's roughhousing with his older brother Harold. Boys being boys, except it gets out of hand. Desmond grabs a brick, hits Harold in the head. Harold drops, blood everywhere. Desmond thinks he's killed him. Terror. Absolute terror. Harold survives, but Desmond never forgets that moment. The moment he almost became a killer. His father reinforces this. William Doss is a World War I veteran. Saw combat in France. Came home broken. PTSD before they called it PTSD. He drinks, rages, keeps a gun in the house. One day, Desmond's parents fight. His father pulls the gun, threatens to shoot Desmond's mother. Desmond, maybe 10 years old, has to hide the gun, beg his father not to kill. That experience scars him. Violence destroys families. Guns destroy families. He wants nothing to do with either. December 7, 1941. Pearl Harbor. America enters World War II. Desmond is 22. Working at a shipyard in Newport News. Building ships for the Navy. It's essential war work. He could claim deferment. Stay safe. Stay home. Many people expect him to. He's a conscientious objector. Why would he enlist? But Desmond surprises everyone. He volunteers. Not because he wants to kill. Because he wants to save. He believes the war is just. Hitler must be stopped. Japanese aggression must be stopped. But Desmond's contribution won't be killing. It'll be saving the people doing the killing. He enlists as a combat medic. Non-combatant status. He'll go to war. Face the same dangers as everyone else. But he won't carry a weapon. Won't kill anyone. He's a conscientious cooperator, not a conscientious objector. There's a difference. The army doesn't understand this. Doesn't want him. Tries everything to get rid of him. In boot camp, they assign him to a rifle company. Not medical company. Rifle company. With the hope he'll wash out. Quit. Go home. Basic training at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Desmond excels physically. He's strong, fit, fast, can do everything except one thing. He refuses to touch a rifle. Won't hold one. Won't train with one. Won't even pretend. The drill instructors are furious. Everyone else is learning to kill. Desmond's learning first aid. His fellow soldiers hate him. See him as a coward. A weakling. Un-American. They call him awful names, mock his faith, throw boots at him while he prays. One night they beat him, jump him in the barracks. Multiple guys, fists, kicks, leave him bloody. Officers ask who did it. Desmond refuses to say, won't identify his attackers. This confuses everyone. Why protect the men who beat you? Because Desmond understands something they don't. Revenge solves nothing. Violence begets violence. He forgives them, prays for them, keeps training, keeps refusing to carry a weapon, drives his officers insane. They try to discharge him for mental illness, claim anyone refusing to carry a weapon is unfit for service. Desmond fights it, appeals. His father gets involved, contacts a general he served under in World War I. The general writes a letter. The Constitution protects religious freedom. Desmond has a right to serve as a conscientious objector. The discharge is denied. Then they try court-martial, charge him with insubordination, refusing orders. The trial proceeds. Desmond is found guilty, about to be sentenced. Then his father bursts in, waving that letter from the general. Constitutional rights. The charges are dropped. Desmond wins. But he's made enemies. His commanding officers hate him. His fellow soldiers hate him. Everyone thinks he's going to get people killed. They deploy to the Pacific. Guam first, then the Philippines. Desmond serves as company medic. And something changes. In combat, when bullets are flying and men are dying, nobody cares about Desmond's beliefs. They care that he runs toward gunfire instead of away from it. When someone screams, medic, Desmond goes. Doesn't matter how dangerous. Doesn't matter how exposed the position. He goes. On Guam, he treats wounded under fire, dragging men to safety, bandaging wounds while bullets hit around him. He's fearless. Or maybe he has faith so deep that fear doesn't apply. He earns a Bronze Star. Then another in the Philippines. The same soldiers who mocked him now depend on him. Trust him. Because they know, if they get hit, DOS will come. No matter what. But nothing prepares anyone for Haxo Ridge. April 29, 1945. The 77th Infantry Division arrives at Okinawa, final island before invading mainland Japan. The Japanese know this. They've fortified every inch, built underground fortresses, connected caves with tunnels, created kill zones that turn American advances into slaughter. And the worst position on Okinawa is the Maeda Escarpment, 400 feet of sheer cliff face. Americans call it Haxo Ridge because it chews up units like a saw through wood. May 2, 1945. Desmond's unit is ordered to take Haxo Ridge. They climb cargo nets to reach the top. The cliff has an overhang. Can't just walk up. You climb nets hanging from the edge. Exposed. Vulnerable. One by one, soldiers climb. Japanese soldiers watch them come. Wait until enough Americans reach the top. Then open fire. Machine guns from multiple directions. Mortars. Grenades. The Americans are caught in a kill zone. No cover. Nowhere to hide. Men fall immediately. Within minutes, 75 casualties. Dead or wounded. Screaming. Bleeding. Dying. Officers realize this is suicide. Order retreat. Everyone climbs back down the nets. Fast. Panicking. Half the unit doesn't make it. Left behind. Abandoned. Dead or dying at the top of Haxo Ridge. Except Desmond doesn't retreat. He stays. The officers are screaming at him. DOS. Get down here. That's an order. Desmond ignores them. Not out of disobedience. Out of necessity. There are wounded men up here. Americans. His brothers. They'll die if he leaves. Bleed out. Or the Japanese will execute them. He can't leave them. Won't leave them. So Desmond Doss, unarmed, stays at the top of Haxo Ridge. Surrounded by Japanese soldiers who want to kill him. Surrounded by American wounded who need him. And he goes to work. One by one he crawls to wounded soldiers. Under fire. Machine gun rounds kicking up dirt around him. He reaches a soldier. Shot in the stomach. Screaming. Desmond applies a bandage. Stops the bleeding. Then drags him toward the cliff edge. The soldier weighs maybe 180 pounds. Plus gear. Desmond weighs 140. But adrenaline and faith make you strong. He drags the soldier to the edge. Now comes the hard part. Getting him down. The cargo nets are gone. Used during the retreat. Desmond finds rope. Ties it around the soldier's chest. Lowers him down. Hand over hand. 400 feet. The rope burns his hands. Cuts into his palms. He ignores it. The soldier reaches the bottom. Medics grab him. Desmond pulls the rope back up. And goes to get another one. Lord, help me get one more. That's his prayer. Each time, every time, he finds a wounded soldier, treats him, drags him to the edge, lowers him down, then prays, Lord, help me get one more, and goes back. The Japanese see him, shoot at him, Mississippi, or choose not to shoot. Maybe some Japanese soldiers recognize a medic, recognize someone trying to save lives instead of take them. Maybe they respect that. Or maybe Desmond is just lucky. Divine protection. Whatever the reason, he survives. For 12 hours, Desmond Doss works, crawling through a battlefield, under fire, treating wounded, dragging them to safety, lowering them down, again and again. He doesn't stop, doesn't rest, doesn't quit. Lord, help me get one more. 75 times. 75 soldiers saved. 75 men who would have died without him. By dawn, American reinforcements arrive. They retake the ridge, find Desmond still working, exhausted, hands bloody, but alive, and surrounded by wounded men he stabilized, kept alive through the night. The same officers who ordered him to retreat are stunned. The same soldiers who beat him in basic training are crying, because Desmond Doss just saved their lives. The coward, the weakling, the conscientious objector. He stayed when everyone else ran, saved men who would have died, did it without firing a shot. But Desmond's war isn't over. 2 weeks later, May 21st, another battle. Night raid gone wrong. American position overrun. Desmond is treating wounded when a grenade lands near him. Instinct. He tries to kick it away. Too late. It explodes. 17 pieces of shrapnel embed in his legs and lower body. He's down, bleeding, in agony. Other soldiers carry him on a stretcher towards safety. Then a Japanese tank appears, firing. The stretcher bearers dive for cover, drop the stretcher. Desmond sees another wounded soldier nearby, more critically injured than him. He rolls off the stretcher, tells the bearers to take the other guy first. They protest. Desmond insists, so they do. Take the other soldier. Leave Desmond on the ground, bleeding, waiting. He waits 5 hours. 5 hours lying in the dirt with shrapnel wounds, bleeding, in pain. Finally, stretcher bearers return, start carrying him again. Then a Japanese sniper shoots him. Bullet through his left arm, shatters the bones. His arm is destroyed, useless, hanging by tendons. The stretcher bearers panic, put him down again, try to figure out what to do. Desmond realizes they're wasting time. He needs to get to the aid station, but nobody's helping, so he helps himself. Finds a rifle stock, discarded weapon, uses it as a splint, binds it to his shattered arm with medical tape, then crawls 300 yards across rough terrain, dragging himself with one arm to the aid station. When he arrives, medics are horrified. Shrapnel wounds, shattered arm, massive blood loss. He should be dead. But Desmond Doss doesn't die. They stabilize him, evacuate him to a hospital ship, then back to the United States. His war is over. October 12, 1945. The White House. President Harry Truman presents Desmond Doss with the Medal of Honor. First conscientious objector in U.S. history to receive it. Truman shakes his hand, looks him in the eye, says, "I'm proud of you. You really deserve this. I consider this a greater honor than being president." That's high praise from a president, but it's deserved. Desmond saved 75 lives in one day, earned 2 Bronze Stars before that, refused to carry a weapon his entire service, never killed anyone, and still became one of the bravest soldiers of World War II. His unit presents him with a gift, his Bible, the one he carried through every battle. He lost it on Haxo Ridge, dropped it somewhere during the chaos. After the fighting ended, his entire unit searched the battlefield, found it, battered, torn, covered in mud and blood, but intact. They give it back to him. This gesture means everything. The same men who beat him, who mocked him, who called him coward, they searched a battlefield to find his Bible, because they understand now. Desmond Doss wasn't a coward. He was braver than all of them. After the war, Desmond tries to rebuild his life. He marries Dorothy Schutte, the nurse he met before enlisting. They have a son, Desmond Jr., but life isn't easy. His shattered arm never heals properly. He can't work as a carpenter, the career he wanted. The shrapnel wounds cause infections. He loses a lung to tuberculosis, spends years in and out of hospitals, eventually loses hearing in one ear from antibiotics used to treat infections. By middle age, Desmond is disabled. mostly deaf, missing a lung, arm barely functional. But he never complains, never asks for sympathy, just lives quietly in Georgia with Dorothy, attends church, tells his story when asked, always humble, always deflecting credit. I didn't do anything special, just what the Lord wanted me to do. In 2004, filmmaker Terry Benedict makes a documentary about Desmond, the conscientious objector. It wins awards, brings attention to his story. Desmond is 85, frail, but still sharp, still faithful, still the same man who refused to kill but risked everything to save. March 23, 2006. Desmond Doss dies, age 87, respiratory failure, decades of health problems finally catching up. He's buried at Chattanooga National Cemetery. Military honors, 21-gun salute, taps played. The conscientious objector who refused to fire a weapon gets a military funeral with guns. The irony isn't lost on anyone. In 2016, Mel Gibson directs Haxo Ridge, Hollywood film starring Andrew Garfield as Desmond. The movie is brutal, graphic, shows the horror of Haxo Ridge, the violence, the bloodshed, and Desmond Doss in the middle of it, unarmed, saving lives. The film is a massive success, nominated for 6 Academy Awards, wins 2. Garfield nominated for Best Actor, Gibson nominated for Best Director. The film introduces Desmond Doss to a new generation. People who never heard of him learn his story, are amazed. How did this happen? How did a conscientious objector become a Medal of Honor recipient? How did someone refuse to carry a weapon and still become a war hero? The answer is simple. Courage isn't about killing. It's about conviction. Desmond Doss had conviction so deep that nothing could shake it. Not beatings, not mockery, not court-martial, not combat. He believed killing was wrong, so he refused to kill. But he also believed saving lives was right, so he saved lives. As many as he could, at any cost. 75 men at Haxo Ridge. But that's not the full count. He saved lives on Guam, in the Philippines, before Haxo Ridge, after Haxo Ridge. The total is probably over 100, maybe more. And he did it all without firing a shot. The soldiers who served with him never forgot. At reunions they'd seek him out, shake his hand, thank him, tell their grandchildren about the medic who saved them. The man who refused to carry a weapon but had more courage than anyone they'd ever met. One officer said, "He was one of the bravest persons alive, and then to have him end up saving my life was the irony of the whole thing." That irony defines Desmond Doss. The men who hated him owed him their lives. The army that tried to kick him out gave him the Medal of Honor. The war that tested his faith proved his faith was unshakable. He went to hell and came back, unarmed, unbroken, unchanged. Today, Desmond Doss is remembered as proof that you don't need a weapon to be a warrior. That standing by your principles under pressure is its own kind of courage. That saving lives is as heroic as taking them, maybe more. His story challenges everything we think we know about war, about heroes, about what it means to be brave. Because bravery isn't just charging into gunfire. Sometimes it's refusing to fire at all. Sometimes it's staying when everyone else runs. Sometimes it's praying, "Lord, help me get one more," 75 times and meaning it every single time. Desmond Doss went to war without a weapon and became the most decorated medic in U.S. history. He refused to kill and saved more lives than most soldiers who did kill. He was mocked, beaten, court-martialed, and vindicated. He did the impossible, proved the doubters wrong, showed that faith and courage aren't opposites. They're the same thing. Some soldiers win medals by killing the enemy. Desmond Doss won the Medal of Honor by saving his friends. That's the difference. That's what makes his story eternal. Because anyone can learn to kill. But it takes something extraordinary to refuse to kill and still fight. To stay when others run. To save when others destroy. Desmond Doss was extraordinary. Not because of what he did, but because of what he refused to do. And sometimes, what you refuse to do defines you more than what you accomplish. He refused to kill. Refused to carry a weapon. Refused to compromise his beliefs. And in refusing, he became a legend. Lord, help me get one more. That prayer. 75 times. That's not just faith. That's obsession. Holy obsession with saving lives. With doing what's right regardless of cost. With loving your neighbor even when your neighbor called you a coward and beat you in basic training. That's Desmond Doss. The soldier who refused to kill. The medic who saved 75 men in one day. The conscientious objector who won the Medal of Honor. The man who proved that true courage isn't about the weapon you carry, It's about the principles you refuse to abandon, no matter what.